I think it is really, really important to, again, like to not really go over the top about that whole thing we spoke about with passion and everything. But yeah, I mean, you just wouldn't be doing all of this stuff if you didn't love it so much, you know? And
to kill you.
Yeah, and all that stuff about, you know, it's a very cliche word to say, oh, it's always a journey and stuff. But going to the gym every day is a perfect analogy for it, because it's like, if you don't love it, you won't do it every day, you know? And it's, I mean, when people say, oh, how do you get happiness? What makes you happy? And all this sort of stuff, it's like, it's doing what you've been doing every day, you know? And it's like, just to use a personal anecdote for a second, when I used to be obsessed about making AFL, and it was always, and I've spoken about this a few times on the show, but it was always what I perceived AFL would bring me that I thought would make me happy was actually just very much pleasure derived, you know? I thought, once I'm an AFL player, then it would be girls, money, fame, it'd be fucking great, you know? But doing this show, for example, is like, I mean, we started from like next to no, you know, people, you know, but now we get to speak to people like you and get incredibly inspired. I mean, that's fucking great. And you said before, think about 40,000 people. You even think about 100 people. Let's just say 100 people follow you on Instagram, and you line them all up in a row.
Yeah,
I think
right.
you told me that.
Yeah. Put them in a room.
Yeah, exactly.
Put 100 people in a room and see
it's
the people
a shit ton of people
that listen to the things that you say, and people that follow you and are inspired by you. And, you know, 100 people in a room, you go, like, God, I've helped 100 fucking people.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking people. You know, and then with the internet, that is one good thing with the phones and with social media and so on and so forth is, like, people that are good and are inspiring and are praising the right things, they are getting out to tons of people. The problem is, obviously, like we say, like the people that are spouting useless shit and just and so on and so forth.
Yeah, but you get a choice as to whether you want to listen or watch that stuff.
That's right.
My message to people is don't waste all your time doing that. If you get a bit of a thrill out of following the Kardashians or something, nothing against them. Let's build an amazing brand out of nothing. But that's not going to change your life.
Yeah.
And I think you touched on it before, and I've got to move pretty quick, but I always do this thing when I do my Relentless Momentum seminars. So people think they're going to be happy when you're listed with an AFL club, you're going to be happy. Or when you got the house on the hill, or when you got the girlfriend, or when you got the Mercedes-Benz, or when you've paid off. I know people who work their ass off. They never go on holidays. They save all their money because they say, when I pay my house off, I'll be happy. Now, when you pay your house off, you'll be old and miserable, and you've missed that opportunity. And people competing, you know, because of the bodybuilding and fitness and bikini shows are such a self-indulgent kind of thing, and they think, oh, when I do this show, I'll be happy. I'm like, no. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the diet. Enjoy the people you meet. Enjoy the discipline you learn. Enjoy the fact that you can get up in the morning and do an hour's cardio 5-7 days a week. Enjoy the process. Otherwise, it's going to be so empty when it's over. But if you enjoy everything you do and the process to get there, it's half the thing. So I love the Arnold Sports Festival. When I'm in that moment, like leading up to it, I wish I had more time. I dread it. I get anxiety. The last week, it does my head in. I think, I wish I wasn't in this spot because it's just so hard to make it happen. But at some point, you go, I don't want, when it starts, about the start of the second day, you go, I don't want this to end. This is my happy place now. All the pieces of the puzzle have come together. But of course, if you didn't enjoy what I'm going through now, working the 18-hour days and affecting people all over the world and giving people opportunities, there's a million things I could say, then you're not going to enjoy that glory at the end.
Yeah.
So you've got to find something you love doing and then enjoy the process, whether that's AFL football, doing a competition, starting a podcast where you reach people. You've got to enjoy the hard times. People go, oh, yeah, I'll be happy, you know, when I'm making money. No, you won't. There's more, and I say this in my seminars again, there's more wealthy people in therapy than there is poor people, and it's not because they can afford it. It's because they thought they'd be happy when.
100%.
And they didn't enjoy their career, they didn't enjoy the industry, and they didn't enjoy the fruits when they finally came. They're driving around in whatever, thinking, oh, this will make me happy. And all of a sudden, no, I'm still miserable. With a nice car, I've got a $100,000 watch, but I'm still miserable.
There's a real need to distinguish between pleasure and happiness, you know, and happiness is something that, for me personally, brings about a pure sense of fulfillment and like achievement. And like, oh fuck, I just had this really inspiring chat with Tony. I can call a mate of mine now, you know, or I did this with the podcast. We just went to Iceland, like amazing things, you know. Or it's like, I'll be happy when I get a car. It's like, well, this temporarily brings about a huge sense of pleasure and probably gets all the hormones releasing. But again, at the very end of it, I'm right back down to where I was, and I need to keep. Yeah, I mean, that's how addiction brings about, where, you know, like porn and masturbating gives you, like, you know, pleasure things, and you know, like sugary foods,
Drugs,
and
heroin, all
drugs,
the
all that
same,
stuff.
same momentary.
Yeah, gives you a
Right.
Did
temporary.
you notice he went straight to masturbation?
I thought he was going to say porn, drugs, whatever. But
Yeah.
porn, masturbating,
Masturbating
jacking off
just-
hard.
And
No,
it's
no,
all
it just
close
gives me
to see-
happiness.
This is why I was wondering before why you and I are on the camera and he's not.
Yeah,
I'm going to mute
I'm
everything
gonna-
he says, mate. He's not even in the show.
Because one, he's inappropriate. Two, he's just wore his underwear here
college
today.
boy.
And now he wants to talk about his masturbation
Well,
problem.
let's get
Now-
In depth.
yeah,
that's-
let's get into
that's-
that topic, guys.
You know, you're not jacking off with two hands.
Look, it's
Now you know what we're
definitely a
really
problem.
here, mate.
And it's, you know, he looks like one. But
that's right.
the point is, some people are chronic with that. But if it brings them pleasure, that's fine. But yeah, as you said, afterwards, maybe things are a little bit empty.
Yeah.
Pardon
Well,
the pun. But
I was ready to go there.
look, I think we've summed up though. You've got to enjoy the process.
Yeah.
All shit aside, you've got to learn to enjoy everything you do, even the hard times. Even people go through all sorts. We've all been through something. I was saying that to someone. I said, someone was one of the bodybuilders doing the show told me how hard he was doing it. I said, every single person's doing it hard. You don't know what anyone's going through. Everyone's trying to buy a house, or they've got problems with their relationship, or they don't have the money in the bank they thought they'd have. It doesn't matter. If you're not enjoying the process, this is not for you. And everyone's going through something. And whether you're poor or whether you're wealthy, you're going through something. That's what makes us human. You know, it's tough out there. So I'm going to finish off because I've got to get somewhere. But just want to remind people that there's enough out there for everyone, that it takes nothing to be kind and to give someone a pat on the back or a bit of encouragement. It might be someone who thinks doing it tough, someone who's not doing it tough. You just don't know. And I'm not saying give all your time to time thieves, but give everyone an opportunity. In fact, I put a post up on my Instagram, which is Tony Doherty Oz, OZ, last night about, was comparing me sitting here like this, all tattooed, and in an immaculate suit at a press conference, and saying, this is the same person. But if I rock up to this meeting looking like this, I'm going to be treated different. And you should learn not to judge people on how they look or their appearance or their past. It's a good rant, and it had like 2,000 likes already and hundreds of thousands of views and so many comments of people saying, oh, you know, thanks, I needed to hear that because I was starting to doubt myself. So my thing is, don't judge anyone on their appearance. And most of all, if somebody says to you, oh, you know, Bill's no good or Tom's no good, just ignore that and work it out for yourself. Give everybody an opportunity. And if they're no good, they're no good. I'm not saying you associate with people that are negative or no good for you, but I think if you give everyone a chance, just have a little bit of an open door policy, then you attract some great people into your life. And if you've got that shit attitude and you don't give anyone the time of day, you might miss a great opportunity of a great friendship or a great business relationship, or just being
Great
able
moment.
or being able to help someone. So be a good human. This is the most important thing. We're all in this together. We talked. I want to do more on the mental health stuff with you. We touched on it basically, but it takes nothing to be a good human. And people won't remember what you said. They'll remember how you made them feel. So just try it out. You know, there's something in that, and I think no matter how successful you are, be humble. Be real and always give people an opportunity to speak. That's it. I'm out.
Discovery Roger, go for deploy.